without further ado, hello, my name is Bloo. I'll be your hostess to the mostest today, but this isn't about me at all. This is about the wonderful members of DHX. Let's bring them on up. So, first off, if I can get this thing here, we have Steph Mahoney. Come on up, hun. And next up, we have Chris Leinonen. Leinonen? And then we have Jayson Thiessen. Where are you, dear? Ooh, next up is Jim Miller. And then we have the lovely Rebecca Dart. Rebecca! Oh, I think most of you know this one. Daniel Ingram, come on up here, sweetie. And then last, but certainly not least, tallest of them all, Steph number 2, Steffan Andrews. Get up here. Well, hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, so let's start off with a question so that everyone here can get to know you a little bit better. Please say your name again, because they might not have heard me because I was speaking really high like this. And I can't always understand myself when I do that. So, what's your name? What's your official job description and your unofficial job description?
Whoa.
Are you okay?
I'm good. The chair fell into the
There is a hole in the floor.
Oh my goodness. So, who wants to start?
I think Chris should start.
Chris should start.
So,
Fall guy.
In charge of pratfalls, we have Chris Leinonen.
that is my unofficial job title. Yeah, okay. All right, good. Okay, so I actually, before I introduce myself, I just wanted to take a brief second to acknowledge the land that this convention is happening on, which is traditional Tsawwassen territories and unceded Musqueam territories. Unceded meaning that the land was never sold or given as a gift or surrendered in war. So, you know, even those of us who live here, most of us are visitors. And so it's important that we kind of keep that in mind for harmony. So anyway. Okay, so my name is Chris Leinonen, and I am in the layout department. I am a layout supervisor.
I am as also.
Yeah, that's Steph. You can talk in 2 seconds. And actually, that's all I have to say. Steph can talk a little bit about what we do, and then we'll play off on that. We'll maybe do a little skit before we get into anything else.
And again, I'm Steph. Hi, every pony. Me and Chris, what we do is we take the boards that I'm sure some of you have seen some animatics from Comic-Con footage and stuff like that, and we take those boards and we take the backgrounds and then the lovely characters that Rebecca designs, and we put it all together. We put them into the poses, we put them into the backgrounds, we give them their props, we try to give them the facial expressions that best fit the action and try to stage out where they're going to go, and then we send it off for animation, and that's relatively what we do every day. So.
Almost the final look of the show.
Yeah, so these guys, they put a lot of work into making the show look the way it does in the end, you know, with all the acting and the posing and everything like that. Without that department, the show would be like a shell of what it is. So I think these guys need a big round of applause because they do a lot of work. They're the unsung heroes of the animation department. So I'm Jayson Thiessen. I'm the supervising director of the show. I supervise every aspect from one aspect to another. That's officially what I do, and unofficially I sit back and let everyone else do the hard stuff while I say, yes, no, change that. But there's a lot of different departments that go into all of this, and there needs to be somebody to kind of keep an eye on everything from sort of script to storyboard to voices to design all the way through to the end, just to kind of make sure that the story is consistent and it's being told in the way that it's supposed to be, and that nobody's sneaking anything naughty into the show.
I'm Big Jim, ditto.
My name is Rebecca Dart. I am a character designer on past seasons, but I'm currently the art director on season 5. The best-looking season so far. I know that. And basically, I am the head of the design department. We have one character designer, one background designer, one prop designer, one character colorist, and we have somebody whose sole job is just to do turnarounds of all the characters. So, and we do that all day. We get to put hats on ponies all day long.
My name is Daniel Ingram, and I make ponies sing. Thank you. I guess my unofficial title would be slowly seeping into your mind and driving you crazy very slowly, and you can't get cupcakes out of your head or something like that.
We got a double mic in. Oh, hot mic.
I'm sorry. My apologies. I have my own mic, apparently.
You can share with me. Sharing is caring.
It is. My name is Steffan Andrews, and me and Daniel go way back. We've worked together for many years on lots of different DHX series, and my role that I've fulfilled on My Little Pony is helping Dan orchestrate and produce quite a wide number of songs for the series. And we've both been involved with masterminding and producing and orchestrating the 2 musical episodes we've had so far. And it's been a whole lot of fun.
Okie dokie, so this is how it's going to work. I'm just going to ask them a couple of questions, and then we're going to take questions from all of you guys, because I'm sure you have questions that are just burning holes in your pockets or your brains or your schools or something like that. Wherever you have questions. Where do questions come from? Anyway, so that is going to happen in just a little bit. So first off, how does it feel to be horse famous? Do you know what that is?
What does that mean?
Did you just call me a horse
Can
face?
you come up here and explain it?
Sarah Jessica Parker is not on the panel.
Can you come up here? Oh. Hold on. We're going to have somebody come up here and explain the meaning of horse famous to you.
Horse famous basically means you go to conventions and then people stop you and ask for autographs because you work on a show about small horses. It's pretty much what it means. And it also means that you're an amazingly talented and very attractive person. There you go.
Thank you. So, why don't you start?
Me? Yes, you. Well, it's a great honor. It's really cool. And, to have been around since the very beginning and see it as, here's another series we're working on. And then it sort of gets bigger and bigger, and you see the internet following, and then it's culminated in this. And, we're totally blown away by all the conventions around the world. I still can't get over that. And it's so cool to see everybody dressed up and, doing the sing-along. We just came from that panel earlier. Someone performed amazingly well as Pinkie Pie. Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, so that's it in a nutshell. And for anyone who follows me on Twitter, I apologize retroactively. Anyone who's laughing knows. Anyone who's not laughing, follow me.
Being horse, first time I've heard that term, horse famous, but I think I understand. And I think the biggest thing it does for me is you spend a lot of time going, do you know who I am? And people going, no, I don't actually. And then you sort of walk away in shame. And then you come to conventions where a few people will recognize you and you feel horse famous again.
I think my favorite part is seeing all the fan art, actually. I get to see all the different people's interpretations of the characters and the cosplay and things like that. I think that's really cool.
I like to try and get discounts at restaurants and electronic stores, and it doesn't work.
Free gifts are great, though. I think it's amazing just seeing the enthusiasm for the show. You know, like I think that it's our work that you guys are loving, and I think it's a great feeling to feel like the stuff that we do all day actually matters to people. And because we've all worked in the industry for a long time, and not everything that we've done has mattered to people. So it's really awesome to see it, coming to this level of interest, and it's a good feeling to know that what you're doing is hitting people in the right way.
So I just want to echo what Rebecca and Jayson said. I'm totally on board.
What about me? I said stuff too.
Shut up, Jim.
I'm not interested in echoing that because I haven't tried it yet.
Again, it doesn't work.
But but along those lines, Jim, I do like to be able to, and it sort of relates to what you were saying, Jayson, to be able to tell people, like when they say, oh, what do you do? And I say, well, I'm an animator. I work at DHX Media. And they kind of nod politely. And I say, I worked on the My Little Pony show. And then they're like, oh, I've heard of that. And then...
the one I often get when I tell people that is, have you heard of bronies?
Yes, we have.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm totally with Rebecca with seeing all the amazing creativity and stuff, and just the feeling that we get is we are part of something bigger, and that it's really making people try new things and push themselves where they normally wouldn't have. It's a really good community to be a part of. I have a few followers on Twitter, and that's kind of cool. I don't know. Not a lot of people know who I am, so it's kind of fun, but it's cool. Awesome.
Well, that is absolutely lovely. So, actually, because, time is moving, it does that, I'm going to just ask 2 silly little questions to my neighbor here, and then we're going to open it up for questions. So, while I'm doing that, if you have any questions for any of these wonderful people, hey, look, there's Cheese Sandwich. Go line up by Cheese Sandwich, okay? And he's going to, screen questions, and then when you come up for a question, there's a microphone right there in the center. So, Steph number 2, or Tall Steph. What are you looking forward to the most in the upcoming live-action episode of MLP?
Wait, what? Again, I apologize for anyone who's following me on Twitter, because they will understand this. Yeah, so from time to time, I'll tweet some, non sequiturs about the show, but I stand by that episode 11 will be entirely live action.
And one more question. When are we going to be hearing the ukulele dubstep song?
As soon as we sign on Mandapony. I do believe he does both of those things.
Okay, so let's start with the audience questions. You guys ready? Okie dokie.
Everyone has to run to the microphone. Yes!
I'd like to ask all of you guys, which one is your favorite pony, background or main?
Jim's favorite question. Start.
Applejack. She's not a background pony.
My favorite pony in season 1 was Pinkie Pie, but Rarity is now my favorite pony.
I have many favorites, but I think after season 4, I have to go with cheese sandwich for obvious reasons.
Well, of the main 6, Applejack is best pony. But of the secondary characters, Maud is my favorite.
Change that, I'd go to Maud too.
My favorite background pony is Mr. Waddle.
I go with Mr. Waddle as well.
Main 6, I'd say Pinkie Pie, and Luna. Luna, my main character. All right.
For me, Octavia. Gotta be it.
Thank you.
Run, 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 run. Yeah.
My question is for Daniel Ingram. Actually, I think you voice acted in an episode, didn't you? And I was just wondering who that was and which episode it was.
Okay, so when it's a good question. So when I do the song demos for the directors in Hasbro, I will often sing them and voice the dialogue in between the songs myself, just to show them as a placeholder what it would sound like, at its lowest level, and how much better it might sound like with a real voice actor. And in the one instance with Generosity, the song Rarity sings in Manhattan, she Jim fell in love with my weird, what did I say?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. That's right. And that somehow ended up in the show unofficially.
I wouldn't let him change it. It was too funny.
It was so awkward. Yeah, I was like, okay. Beautiful. That's exactly how I would describe it. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful line.
Thanks.
Jim and Jayson also have done a little bit of voice acting on the show.
No. No.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
If you had the chance to voice one of the ponies on the show, who would you choose?
Luna.
Do your Luna then.
I can't.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do
I'm
it.
not a voice actor. What let the nighttime last forever!
That's the small and cute Luna.
Tiny miniature in your pocket, Luna.
Nice nose.
Sorry, I missed the question.
Who would you voice if you could voice any pony?
The easiest answer is Maud Pie.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do any pony justice, so I think I'll just hang back.
Yes. If I do that.
Well, I did voice a pony. I voiced Sombra. So, crystals.
I think I'd voice DJ Pony.
Yeah. And how would that sound, Rebecca?
She nudes it.
Smart.
Yeah, she nudes her voice.
Don't don't.
Oh. Chicka chicka wah.
Yeah.
3 words. Why, thank you.
I think I'd love to do a bad guy. I don't think I could do any pony on the show right now. But we got to come up with a bad guy that I can voice, right?
Yeah.
And give him a song? Actually, no, give him a whole musical. There you go.
Yep. Be Discord's brother.
Yeah.
Thank you all for coming.
I'd like these 2 young ladies to skip to the microphone, please. Yeah. Yeah.
Great question. Say it together on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wow. What was your favorite pony from season 1?
Favorite pony from season 1.
Pinkie Pie.
Nightmare Moon.
Yeah, same.
I think Dumbbell and Hoops as fillies, the bullies that were teasing Fluttershy, looked really funny with their stupid bangs. Everyone knows bullies with dumb bangs.
I like the Diamond Dogs. Oh, those are cool.
But that's not a pony.
Yeah. Hey, she got you there.
You're paying attention. I would probably say Fluttershy.
Actually, I liked when Fluttershy was young and how she kind of had the tall, spindly legs. I thought that was really cute.
Yeah. Does the CMCs count as like a pony? What do you think? All three of them? As a group?
They're a unit.
Yeah, a unit.
Pony unit.
Spike is best pony.
He's a dragon, not a pony.
Okay. I got to throw my vote in for Fluttershy too.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Can you somersault to the microphone, please?
No. All right, so this is a question for all of you. Okay, so could you guys sort of give us a walkthrough of the creative process of the show, from getting the show to what you start out from its most basic form to television ready? Could you guys give us sort of a walkthrough of what each and every one of you do? That, of course, you can tell us right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, I hope that this doesn't become boring, so I'll try to make it interesting. Well, we start off with a premise, like a nugget of an idea. You know, in the writer's room, like Megan and the writers would come up with some sort of idea that just sort of sparks a bigger idea. And they'll show that to Hasbro, and we'll get a chance to look at it too. And then if everybody's on board with it, they'll go ahead and write the episode up in an outline, then a first draft, second draft polish, and then it'll be approved. It'll go from there to design, which then Rebecca and her team would get. And you want to say something about what you guys do with it at that point?
Well, usually we get a script, and we read the script, and we do what we call a breakdown, which is we pick out which characters are new and which props have to be designed. Everything that a pony touches or holds has to be designed as a prop. And we figure out which locations need to be designed and which angles are needed as well. And there's a lot of costume changes in Pony, as I'm sure you know. So we figure out the costume changes as well.
When Discord is in an episode, I put him in a ton of costumes, so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
These costumes are really fun.
Jim single-handedly destroys the design department with a Discord song. But after the after the designs are done, and actually hot mic. While the designs are being done, we will go and do a voice session and get all the voices done downstairs, and then we'll have something for the storyboard artists to work with, and they'll have the designs, the script, and the voices.
There are a few of those people here.
Yeah, some of them are here, right over there.
Hiding.
So we'll go over all the designs that we have, and
you're missing a step. Well, when we get the script, if there's a song in the episode, we have a meeting with Daniel.
We'll kick off a song.
And sort of say we're thinking something like this, and then Daniel will go and write something magical, and then we go yay.
Yeah. So we'll.
Sorry, do you want to talk about? Sure. Yeah, what he said. No, it's right. If there's a song in the script, we talk about, well, how long should this song be so that it doesn't get cut in half when we put it in the episode?
Has that happened before, ever?
Yeah, 4 or 5 minutes. I usually shoot for 5, and they tell me 1, and we find something in the middle. And that process is just a piano demo, usually just with me singing or a voice actor coming in to sing it. And so they can hear the song in a very basic form and say, yeah, this is the right kind of sound. And then as soon as they approve that, I'll have a meeting with Steffan, and we'll say, okay, let's take this. This is the singing. This is the chord progression. This is the melody. Let's add all the orchestration and really see if we can make this song come alive. I don't know, do you want to talk about your process with that, Steph, at all?
Yeah, I mean, it's usually relatively late in that stage, but when the songs start, when you start kicking it off and getting a demo, that's quite a bit in advance, right?
Yeah. The songs at the same time as they do it comes before the voice actors.
There's no images to go with the song yet.
Yeah.
Because we would like to have the song to give to the storyboard artist because they have to board specifically to the time of the song to match the action to beats and everything. So you need the song in advance. Usually they board from the demo or an early version of the song.
Mm-hmm. Right. And you guys even bring sometimes it's just a specific artist to do a song, isn't that right? Like you'd be like, okay, who's going to do this one because they're so intense.
We try to cast the storyboard artist to the song, or whoever wants to do the song. Sometimes they're tricky. It's really tricky to storyboard.
Yeah, so we're Sabrina loves to do dubstep songs. Katrina loves polkas. Let's just.
Yeah. So once we have that, all that material goes to the storyboard artist, and then they spend 6 weeks of their lives, day and night, drawing, and crying, and showing it to us, and then we say, no, do that again, as you can probably attest. And then we show an animatic, which is putting all of the voices and the songs together on a timeline to get a kind of an idea of what it's going to be like. And it's roughly 22 to 23 minutes, sometimes 24 or 5. We've had some that came in at 27 minutes.
Power Ponies in the original animatic was 33 minutes long. So we had to cut a lot.
Yeah, I mean, that's rough timing. And, we go through and we cinch things up and make it feel better and, move things along. But there are stuff that gets cut. And often, people have asked, what got cut? And a lot of times I can't answer that question because they're not really usually that big of a deal, or things that wouldn't really affect the story that much. That's why we're cutting them. So they're just little things that trim things up. So once we get that done, then once we have all the designs and we've gone through what we call builds, or what you might think of as modeling, where we take the designs, make them into symbols in Flash, and really build them for animation. Then we give it to these guys, and then they take it.
So here's that skit that I was talking about. So I'm going to, in the layout department, we follow the board and compose the scene, do key so Steph is my supervisor here. What do I need to do? How should I? So
the same but different.
So once we have a better silhouette, and the posing is better, then sometimes we'll add poses that aren't in the board because the board artists are always super swamped anyway. But sometimes there's another accent in the dialogue that we need to hit. Exactly. This is our job. For those of you who didn't hear, Katrina is saying she's not going to keyframe it for us, and we thank you, Katrina, because otherwise we would have no opportunity to do anything creative at all. But I'm kidding. But sometimes we'll add poses, and so any of the really funny expressions or just wild poses and actions that the ponies do, that's us. And I'm going to give it to Steph to talk more.
A lot of those crazy expressions come from the board artists, and we try to mimic it in Flash. I don't know how many people have tried working in Flash. Sometimes it's a little tricky or stiff, and we try to keep it as fluid as possible and look like 2D hand-drawn stuff, but sometimes it's a little tricky. But we have a lot of great people on our team, and it's kind of a long process. After that, there's tons more things that happen. We could go on forever. I don't know. Maybe we should.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the max of people we have on the panel. So from there, it's
magic
mostly
happens.
Then magic happens. Animation is done. Then we go to sound effects and score, editing, putting it all together, doing a mix so that we hear everything just balanced right, and then once quality control, make sure we don't have any animation mistakes in there, which still make their way in somehow. I don't know how they got in there. And then hopefully we get the show done on time and send it to Hasbro, and they put it on the air, and you guys get to comment on it all you want.
Does
either enjoy it or not enjoy it.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does. I think that everybody here should give it a big round of applause for a tremendous amount of work that you guys put in the show. It is really fascinating. I thank you very much for answering my question.
And just while we're giving out rounds of applause, it would be great to get a round of applause for all the people who can't come to things like this, like all the production staff, all the other layout people, all the other board artists.
A few other layout people over here.
Yeah, there's a few of them over there.
Jim Bennett.
And Dan McGregor's over there. There's a lot of... It's very nice that you want to see us and see our beautiful faces, but there's a lot of people who you would never know work very hard on the show, and we appreciate it a lot, and you should too.
That's why we didn't mention the voice actors.
Yeah, the frontline workers are terribly, terribly important. We just help, keep all the cats herded, but if we didn't have those cats in the first place, then no show would get made.
Out of all of you, which princess is your favorite?
Big Mac and
Luna.
Zelda.
Celestia.
Big Mac.
Twilight.
I already said Luna, so I'm going to say Luna again.
Luna.
Which one is your favorite princess?
Mononoke.
Oh, if Fluttershy was a princess, that would be awesome.
Noted.
Thanks, Semi Larson.
Princess Luna. Yeah.
Good choice.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
My question's for Mr. Ingram there. What was your favorite song you made for the show? What was one you'd probably want to take back? And then my final part is 100th episode for next season. Anything special planned? Sans spoilers.
Yes, but not going to tell you.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't talk about that, unfortunately. Yeah. Song I would take back. There's definitely a couple. I guess, I don't know. Rainbow Remind You is not one of my favorite songs.
I liked it.
But a lot of people liked it. And that's the thing is actually some of the songs that I felt like were just rushed. I just had to get it. We were kind of added.
Now
late
you
in the
tell
game.
us.
Yeah. But favorite songs, this funny thing about the creative process is I feel like it's always the thing I'm working on right now that's my next favorite song. And I like that because if I'm kind of looking back and going, oh, this isn't as good as what I used to do, then I'm probably just going to stop. So yeah, I guess what I'm doing for season 5 this very minute, which is a top secret project, is what I'm most
It's so
excited
cool,
about.
you guys. I wish I could tell you, but I can't, and I kind of love that I have that power.
Yeah. What's your favorite song? I'm gonna ask.
Probably Bats.
Bats. Oh yeah, good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
As you can tell.
Oh yeah. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you do a standing backflip to the microphone, please?
First of all, I want to say welcome to BronyCAN.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us. All right, and this question is for Daniel, and I gotta say that Wonderbolt's rap Pinkie Pie sang was the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Oh yeah, that's
from the
my
show.
best work, man.
Yeah.
You had nothing to do with it.
I had nothing to do with that.
Actually, the Pinkie Pie, you talking about the Pinkie Pie rap?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually Will Anderson who created the backing track for that.
Oh, nice.
So got to give him some props.
Amy wrote,
props.
Amy wrote the rap.
Oh,
Yeah,
Amy
Amy
wrote the rap for that, and then
Andrea
of course
rapped it.
Andrea made it awesome. So Yeah, sorry, Daniel.
No, I know.
You
that.
get enough
You know
praise.
what? I get it all the time. And the other thing, I saw a list on Equestria Daily. It was like top songs of season 4, and like way up on the top of that list was like Spike's Wonderbolt anthem.
The Cloudsdale anthem.
Again, that was Will Anderson. I wonder who should be on this panel now.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't even know if that would be actually attributed to Will. It's kind of just Kathy just improvising whatever she was happened to come out of her mouth in that very moment. Yeah. So yeah, anyways, I really just hang my head in shame at this point.
So yeah, my question was what it was like to work with that song. But I think you already answered that. Yeah.
He has no idea.
He has no idea. It was kind of, we tried to keep it spontaneous. I mean, I know Andrea was super gung-ho to do it. And at first we weren't sure if we could pull it off, but her enthusiasm really helped spark it as well in our minds. And then when we heard her voice, and then like the board artists heard it too and got to that point, he was like, oh, I gotta do this. He got this idea in his head. It was Tony Cliff who did that. And he did this great, like, 90s, 80s sort of Saved by the Bell or Will Smith kind of music video thing. And that kind of bolstered us too, like, oh, that is really, really awesome. We gotta make this even better. So we went back into the recording session and then got Andrea to do it again, this time to a backing track, a bit, not so ad lib, and we just kept pushing it, and then we even like did some like After Effects on it so that it looked like old 80s videotape with like the non-widescreen, and everything. Tried to make it feel authentic.
Yeah. And I will admit, when I read that in the script and saw that, oh, a pony's rapping, I hate it when characters rap in cartoons, but everything came together and I was converted, and it was hilarious.
See, you never know. You gotta try things that are a bit scary, right? And the results can be really great.
All right. Anyway, thank you all.
So we have 8 minutes left, so we have time for like 1 or 2 more questions. Okay.
Lightning round.
What?
Go. Lightning round.
Lightning round.
Lightning round. Let's go.
Yes or no
go,
answer.
go, go.
All right, so this is a question for, I don't know if everyone has an answer, but if you have an answer, how would you say that being a part of this show has made your life better? Beyond something simple like, oh, it's fun, but just like, how is it, you think it's better life for it?
Steffan, start. Go.
I get lots of attention. And it's actually given me an opportunity to work on some pretty awesome songs and to really pull out all the stops, really go all the way. So I love it.
Getting paid. That's it. Yeah, I think I was barely a songwriter before My Little Pony, so this has been a huge launching point for me. I'd only written about 20 songs for Martha Speaks, and this was the first big opportunity to really just, they were like, Daniel, just do whatever, sky's the limit, and that's pretty rare to get that opportunity.
I've never had to stop drawing unicorns since I was about 6 years old till now.
Well, like I mentioned before, no discounts anywhere. And it's just nice to work on a show that people appreciate to the point where you're filling a room to come and listen to us gab about silly things. So it's gratifying to know that people actually care and watch the show that we do.
Yeah, I'd have to echo that statement. It's so cool to be doing what you do as a job, and people are influenced by it, and make costumes and draw and all that stuff. And seeing people draw stuff that we're coming up with and getting inspired is really inspiring to me. I mean, I was influenced by Looney Tunes and other things like that, and it's nice to see the next generation getting that something out there on TV that they can really grab onto that way, and to do it for a living, that's pretty cool.
It's really great for me to be able to work on a show that I feel like has started to change a lot of people's ideas about shows targeted to girls, and to work on a show that helps push things, that pushes girl shows forward.
Out of the pink aisle.
I agree with what everybody said. It's just I think like career-wise, I started in animation, and I've kind of went into different departments. I worked since season 1, and I got to move up a few times during Pony. So for me, career-wise, I thought it was pretty good because I'm passionate about it. So I really push myself, I feel. So yeah.
Too much.
Yeah.
Not enough.
Oh.
Thank you.
All right, one more question.
What was everyone's initial reaction when you realized you could add derpy hooves to the Rainbow Falls episode?
Yes.
Yeah, we were pretty stoked, and we were like, we had to make it an awesome joke too. Like it couldn't just be she was in the background. We needed to focus on her and make it a big reveal. So we actually talked about with Steph and Chris and Matt, the other layout supervisor. Let's not have Derpy in any episode before Rainbow Falls. So that was a conscious effort to keep her out of the show until that moment.
Yeah, that way it's more of a surprise when you see her. Like you think, oh, where is she? Where is she? Oh.
Originally there was a joke where she was about to speak and they closed the door on her. But it felt a little mean, so.
I didn't work on that episode.
Me either. Yeah, I didn't.
We can actually take another question, so go on.
Bonus round.
Yeah, there you go. Well, we started late. Yeah, we started late. Let's just go late.
This is a question for all of you, if anyone can answer it. Did you ever find out how your Flash animation got leaked?
No.
No.
Was it you?
Yeah, why are you so curious about that? Yes. We should talk to that guy.
He's trying to cover his tracks.
How about another one?
We did
These are
start a
quick
little
questions.
Guys, you don't have anything else to do today, right? We can just keep doing questions.
Might need the room for something.
Am I being recorded?
No.
Oh. I told my parents I'm in camping in Vancouver.
Jim's shirt will tell you what you're doing.
But my question is, it's not really pony related, but if you guys had a chance to work on any show, what would it be?
Oh my. Like any time, any show, or like any
current? Any show, like cartoons or like live.
Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon.
I'm happy with My Little Pony for now.
I don't know. I think I might go back in time and take a job at Termite Terrace at Warner Brothers lot. That'd be pretty cool.
I'm gonna say Gem and the Holograms reboot if they ever do that. That'd be pretty cool.
My own show. And then no one can tell me what to do.
Except the network
Yeah, that's
and the standards and the FCC.
Yeah.
I don't know if I wouldn't want to work on My Little Pony because I've worked on so many shows about kids that live in suburbia, and I was just like, I was so sick of it. So I really wanted to work on a fantasy show. I kind of feel that's my strength. So there's not a lot of fantasy shows out there. So I would say either My Little Pony or maybe Adventure Time.
Or Battle Kittens, the series?
Yeah, maybe.
Go buy her book.
I'd work on Battle Kittens, the series.
Yeah.
Just keep that in mind when you get that show.
And I would have loved to have worked on Animaniacs.
Oh, thank you.
Well, okie dokie Loki, that's all the time we have for today. I'm so sorry to all of you that didn't get to ask your questions. I'm sure they will be at many more conventions because, I mean, let's face it, they're awesome. So, one more big round of applause for
Thanks,
all
everybody.
these wonderful people.
Oh, your phone.
Also, if you guys are interested in the comics, because those are really cool comics if you're reading them, there's actually going to be a panel about the comics with, who is it? Georgia Ball and Amy Meberson are going to be flipping through the comic a little bit later today with cheese. So y'all should go to that if you like those. So yeah, applause if you want to, stand up if you want to. I don't know. Do your thing.
Thank you for coming.
No shoving.
Some of us might be in the vendors area with some non-pony related stuff. I don't know if Rebecca's going to be there again or not, but okay, Rebecca won't be there. Never mind. I'll be there, and maybe Steph might be there sometimes. Anyway.